Hello everybody. Recently I did a test or review on the 20,000 milliamp slim power bank, this one right here, and basically it didn't fare very well, but you can watch that video and see what I actually thought of it. But today I'm going to be doing a similar review on another 20,000 milliamp hour slim power bank that I bought from eBay. Now to be fair, I bought this one from Amazon and this one from eBay, and basically at the same time, but this one took a little longer to get to me, actually about 5 days longer. But other than the color, it looks identical. It's got the same features, the same specifications as the blue one I tested. So I'm sort of going to compare the two, and I'm going to see if there's any difference between the two other than the color. So let's get at it. I'm going to unbox it and then basically compare the two of them and see what kind of performance I get from this pink one. All right, the packaging on this one is identical, well, not identical, physically identical to the packaging on the blue actual charger, this puppy right here. And if you watch that video, you can see what the packaging looks like on that one. But my main complaint on the original packaging on the blue charger was that there was no specifications on it anywhere. Well, this one, they've actually just totally reversed the situation by taking it from all sorts of outside labeling and packaging and description to zero description except for the 20,000 milliamp hour specification, which is the only thing missing from the other package. So different supplier, different packaging. Let's take a look at the inside, see what we get. Well, we get a slim power bank just like the other power bank, except this one doesn't say anything on the outside, at least on the top. The blue one says power bank on it, but big deal, right? Let's flip it over, see what we have. Oh, there. Okay, so another thing here, it comes with a USB cable. Let's take rid of the packaging. And you can see here that slightly different cable, because the one that came with the blue package or the blue charger had 4 leads on it, a micro USB, a USB B connector, I believe, and 2 the Apple connectors. This is the old type, and I believe this is the new type, which was nice. But this one only has 3 leads on it, and one is a micro USB, and an old standard Apple connector, and a new type of Apple connector. So slight difference there. Connector is not quite as well, I wouldn't say as good, but it's not quite as functional as the other one, because the other one has 4 leads, this has 3. So let's look at the physical appearance. Well, we got a white cover on the front, and on the blue one we have a black cover, and all the same buttons in the same areas with the same indicators on them. There's your charge indicators. It's nice that they both have blue LED charge indicators. It looks like the exact same charge circuit, or at least the physical layout looks the same. And other than that, the color is different. That's it. But they both have the same power buttons and the same input and outputs, including the flashlight there. Let me see if that works. Yeah, same deal. Hold it down for 4 seconds and it works. So basically the same functionality. Let's look at the backs. Well, the backs are a little different. One says power bank with no specifications at all, and the other one says power with specifications which were dubious, to say the least, as my testing on the blue one revealed. So outside of that, there's no outside physical packaging, or physical writing on them. On the pink one, there's nothing on the outside of the case at all. It's just basically a pink case. Let's take it and weigh it up, see what we get. All right, we got 0 there. Let's go with the blue one. I think it was, I did weigh it on the other video, but let's just do it here anyway. 138.6 grams, or 4.88 or 4.9 ounces. Let's go back to grams again. So 138.6. And we go to the pink one. Oh, 163.5, so it's slightly heavier. Now I wonder if that's going to translate into more storage capability, but it is heavier. Let's go to the next mode, or the ounces. 5.76 or 5.8 ounces when you round up. So basically it's heavier. So let's, at this point, we're going to just test and see what the power output is of the pink one in comparison to the blue one. Well, as you can see, 3 hours, 27 minutes, 4 seconds for a total discharge. The value was 3,418 milliamp hours of output from the pink power bank, which is 76% better than the actual blue one. Next, we're going to do a full charge of the power bank and see what value that gives us. Well, as you can see here, it was 5 hours, 32 minutes, and 20 seconds to fully charge the pink power bank. And the total milliamp hours required to do it was 5,222. Now, if this is anything like my previous blue power bank, this puppy here, then that's probably very close to what the internal battery capacity is. But I will be cutting it open like I did the blue one, and seeing what's inside and testing the battery individually outside of the charge circuit. All right, let's start by taking the end caps off. We've got one on the rear here, so just use my little knife here, pull it off. I want to see what size the battery is, so let's see what's going on down here. Looks like a fairly sizable battery. The reason I want to take the end cap off is I want to make sure I know how deep to cut, how deep I can cut into this without actually hitting the battery. We've got the charge circuit, which is still live on the other side. I could just take that off, but I know there's nothing back there. But okay, well, what the heck? Let's just take it off. Yep, just like that. Peels off. Not much to see there. So that's what we got to take off back there. I'm going to take that off, and then we'll see how much battery there is there. All right, I broke the end cap off. You can see the batteries there, and it's glued in, so it's pretty hard to get off. So I'm just going to cut it open, and I'll show you that next. All right, a few things to keep in mind here. This procedure will definitely void your warranty. And I have a question. Will it grind? Let's find out. Well, that was fun. Now here we have the blue power bank and next to the pink power bank, and you see a few differences there for sure. First of all, we don't have a generic cell on the pink one. We actually have a brand cell here. It actually has a number on it, and I'll zoom into that so you can see it here in a second. But I wanted to show you the size difference in the two cells. Obviously, the one from eBay, the pink one, much better than this one. Much bigger cell. Other than that, the guts are basically the same. We have a USB conversion board up here, same with the blue one, though this one is a much better board from what I can tell. It actually transferred out more than 1 amp out of each port, and it took more than 1 amp in from the power port. Actually, I saw 2.36 amps going into that power port. once, but I never saw it again. But I did see over 1 amp on the power port, the charge port. So I have to say that it's a higher capacity than that one. I'm going to zoom in onto the board so you can see the numbers on those, and then I'll zoom in on the battery so you can see the number on that. All right, hopefully you can see the two model numbers there, the KCTS on the left and the WKS12 version 3 on the right. And of course the one on the right is the better one from what I can tell. Now I'm going to zoom into the battery so that you can see the number on it, and I'll give you some surprising information on that. So there's the number, UPF 656790. Now what's special about that is that this cell is actually a Sanyo cell. It's a Panasonic cell. Well, Sanyo and Panasonic are the same brand now. They both are one company. And this is a Sanyo 5000 milliamp cell, according to what I could find on the internet. So that's impressive. This power bank was $9.99, I believe, or under $10. So it's a better deal than the other one. But again, remember, they're both being advertised as 20,000 milliamp cell banks, and they're definitely not either way. This is 5,000, and I think this is less than that. It was about 3,500, I believe. But it doesn't matter. They're both way under, and this, even at 5,000, that's 1/4 of what they promised you would be in this power pack. So let's just take a look at the circuit board here to see if we can get that off of there. That's it. There we are. Nothing really special to see there, but that's the circuit board. Let me take the other one apart too, so we can compare side to side. All right, first thing I noticed right off the bat, let me take this in here so we can get a closer look at it, at both boards. And by the way, like I said, the one on the right, this one which came out of the pink unit, is a much better board. And the thing that stands out to me right away is the size of the coil. This is a coil here, and I'm sure it's being used to convert voltages in and out, and and this coil is obviously much larger than that little coil that was on that one. So that's probably why we're getting higher amperage conversions out of the ports and into the charge port too. So all around, the pink one is better, but again, it's still not 20,000 milliamp hours. Next thing I'm going to do though is I'm going to detach one of these cables off the charge board here, and I'm going to test this battery. Make sure that see what exactly the capacity of this cell is. Now, from the Panasonic sheet that I found on a similar battery, they say that it should go from 4.20 to 2.75. If I can get my charger to do that, I will discharge it the same amount. So I tested the pink power pack or power bank, and the charge circuit in that power bank takes the battery up to 4.2 volts fully charged, and then discharges it down to 3.18 volts at fully discharged. In other words, that's it no longer applies a charge anymore. It doesn't even turn on at 3.18 volts. So I simulated that with my Turnigy AccuCell here, and at 1 amp, it took 5 hours and 12 seconds to discharge this. So that's 312 minutes, which is actually considerably longer than it took to discharge it using the power bank. The power bank discharged fully in 207 minutes. So I have to be thinking it's discharging the cell at higher than 1 amp. That has to be. So basically what I got here was 5123 milliamp hours, which is over 5,000 milliamp hours, which is what the power pack was actually rated for, the Panasonic, and obviously it was a little bit more. So that's good news. It's a good cell. It's performing exactly as it should. But again, it's only 5,123 milliamp hours, not 20,000 as they are promising. So it's still a ripoff. So here's the charge overview. What we got here: 1,875 seconds, 5,123 milliamp hours. I did do this as 1 amp. You can see that line there. Let's take a look at the curve sheets. And here you see the curve, the amperage curve here just went straight up to 1 amp all the way across, and then towards the end dipped down to 0 as it normally does. So we'll go to the voltage curve, which is a little more significant. I started way up at 4.20. It dropped almost instantly down to 4.2025, and then from there on, from 4 volts down, it was pretty straight. Flattened out a little bit around 355, and then after it dropped past 3.5, accelerated quickly down to 3.18. But understand that this whole time it would be supplying your device with 5 volts of voltage. I don't know what the amperage would be all the way through that, probably varying down as it goes down in voltage. But regardless, it would be functioning and charging that whole time. So there's the curve for that cell. All right, to summarize, I gotta say I really enjoyed taking the angle grinder to both of these power banks and cutting them open. That was fun. But other than that, it wasn't fun getting ripped off. This blue one here, which I tested in an earlier video, gives me 1/5 of the power that I was promised at 20,000 milliamp hours. And that means I'd have to buy 5 of these to actually get the promised power storage capability that they advertised in one of them. So this garbage, total junk, don't buy them. This one here gave me 1/4 of the advertised total power storage capability. So I'd have to buy 4 of these to get 20,000 milliamp hours. So again, total ripoff. Don't buy it. I bought it to show you. I bought it because I said, wow, 20,000 milliamp hours at those prices, that's insane. If they can actually deliver, that's a superlative deal. But they didn't. They're a total ripoff. Okay. On top of that, this one here with the 5,000 milliamp hour cell only delivers 3,418 milliamp hours from the ports, the USB ports at the front. So it loses 32% of the actual stored energy going from the cell to the ports. So the charge circuit's about 68% efficient. So again, you're losing a lot there. That's crazy. But regardless, don't buy it because you're going to be disappointed. Now this one was $9.99 on eBay. The other one I think was $13.99 on Amazon. Either way, they're both a ripoff. Just so you know, and I'm going to include a link to this in the video description below. This is the Simeon power bank here, and it is water resistant. It has a 10,400 milliamp hour storage capability. It actually has more. I've tested this in a previous video, and it's $12.95. So it's $3 more than this hunk of junk, and $1 cheaper than this hunk of junk. So if you're going to go buy a 10,000, or if you're going to buy a power bank in the $10 to $13 price range, the Simeon's a great choice. Now I'm probably going to test a few more in the same price range that are around the same storage capability. I believe 10,000 milliamp hours in the future. So stay tuned for that. Okay. Now, if you like this video and it helped you out in some way, do me a favor, click on the like button right down here and give me a thumbs up. That helps my video and it helps my channel, and I greatly appreciate it when you guys do that. On top of that, somewhere here on the screen you'll see a picture of me, and that picture is a link to subscribe to my channel. If you click on that, basically you'll be subscribed to my channel. Anytime I put up a new video, you'll get a notification, and then you can watch the video at your leisure. So again, like always, I want to thank you for your time, and I want to thank you for watching.